Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Inclusion Cup. We are at the Remember It Hall in Pretoria, the sunny city of Pretoria, Jacaranda City, and we are here to witness the semi-final in the men's division. And in front of us, you're going to witness University of Tshwane, which is the TUKS in white today, going up against the Jacaranda team. So in front of us there, you see Thabo Gumede, who will be playing for the Jacaranda Cities. He is a TUT player, and quite a few of them are on this Jacaranda team. The Jacaranda team was put together, of course, for this Inclusion Cup, and they are representing a part of Pretoria, and we are going to see what Jacaranda is going to be showing us here today. Like we said, this is a Division 1 men's semi-final. So here today, we're going to witness who will be going over to the finals, which we will be bringing you later on today. We have TUKS in white and Jacaranda City in blue. And we are just about ready to go, just waiting for the final bits and pieces to come together for this matchup, this Pretoria matchup, this youth matchup, and we are going to witness some great basketball. Of course, this is Pretoria, University of Pretoria's team, who are the USA team, and of course we're looking to see what kind of prep they've been putting into the start of their season. Ooh, and Jacaranda throws that all the way over, but TUKS able to walk away that. And it starts off quite hot. 2 points already up there by TUKS. An intense defense coming in there. So as Uhlumelo goes all the way, he doesn't get the basket, but he's fighting alone. Just about able to get that ball to bounce off the man of Jacaranda, and it's back in his hands. As we witness Sikitla passes that over inside to the big man. Doesn't get the ball, but we have it back in the hands as Tyrese Walker controlling the ball, asking the team to set up a bit. Let's run a bit of formation, and we witness that there. Matthew has the ball, takes the shot from outside, unable to make it, and that will put the ball back in the hands of Jacaranda. A good attempt there by TUKS, and I think that our coach would be happy to see at least some form of structure quite early in this game, and I think you witnessed that through the likes of Tyrese there, who took the ball, took control of that. Jacaranda looking to see where they can get this, where they can find themselves in position to make a good attempt at the basket. But unfortunately, Tyrese was there, good hands. He finds Tumelo in the front court, and he gets that to go. And TUKS are quick to score back-to-back baskets at this point, taking the lead against Jacaranda. But Jacaranda able to get on the board officially as Mutusi Mamele puts up 2 points there for them. And again, the swing ball coming in. Sikita takes the baseline corner shot, doesn't get it to go. Good cleanup there coming in from big man. Steps around and he gets that to fall for him. That being Tuto Mokoti for TUKS. Tyrese picking up at the halfway line. He's waiting to see. And they've spread that defense quite wide. TUKS obviously pushing a bit more, pushing harder on the Jacaranda boys. Turnaround jumper, not good to go. Tyrese with the rebound. Williams just about loses it over the baseline. And we see a full court press coming in from TUKS as they pick up all the way in the front court, and it pays off as they're able to get that ball. Sikitla takes the baseline drive, finds Tyrese at the top of the key, and he's going to walk it off a little bit, find some structure, call for it. Sikitla under the rim, doesn't get that to go, but he is able to collect a foul for himself, which will send him to the free throw line, the charity line. That will set him up for 2-point attempt. We've got some substitutions happening for Jacaranda. Some notable players coming in, like we mentioned earlier, Thabo Gumede. Just some technical officiating there happening as the ref asked the guys to wait for his call in, and they will be going in right now. And we do hope to see what kind of changes these new players are going to be bringing onto the floor. New players in the form of Tomoho coming in, Thabo Gumede. Sikitla collects his first of 2. And I mean, this is their home court. I would hope to see him making those free throws, you know. Makes it a successful trip, 2 of 2 for Sikitla, and I do see coach is rather proud of that. Good work on the defensive end by TUKS, and they are able to collect the ball, and it is into a fast break. Matthew goes all the way, unable to connect with the rim on that one. And it is a hustle. It is a hustle for the ball as a collision. Collision turns into a dead ball, and we are now, as you can see, some camaraderie going on there. Thabo knows his boy, so you know he's gonna just shake hands a little bit. As we recover the situation at the technical table. So just some technical issues that are coming up, and it is raised for the fact that Jacaranda City has a player on the floor that was not officially playing, well, not to say not officially playing, but he hadn't played the round robin stages of the Inclusion Cup, and the contest is coming in that they shouldn't be allowed to play the playoffs. Of course, you know what it's like to recruit a good player, and that being, in fact, Thabo Gumede, who was asked to come and play alongside Jacaranda City, but with that official ruling, he will not play the continuation of the game, as well as they suffer a technical foul. And of course, Sikitla there to help the team out, and he collects his 3rd free throw of the day, making good on that trip to the charity line. And we are ready to resume. TUKS going in with man defense. Unable to get away with it. Walker in the front court, he waits it out. He waits for his teammates to arrive, and he asks for them to set it up. And there's that right side swing, goes back to Tyrese in the hands of Sikitla. He's gonna line it up. He takes the shot, doesn't get it to fall. And Jacaranda back down the line. Ball is in the hands of Kutlwano, and he's that being the captain actually, Kutlwano Nokona. And he passes that over, unable to get the ball through the hoop on that attempt. And Tyrese Walker does get called on a reaching foul. So Jacaranda get a second attempt at this offensive play. A little shake and bake before he gets by the man, but he's unable to get that. Second chance opportunity. Nothing falls for Jacaranda on this trip, and TUKS are back with the ball. It's in the hands of Tlumelo. They're walking it in, and they've decided, you know, let's call something, let's bring it together. And you see as Tyrese is dribbling, no pressure on him, so he gets to dribble the ball around a bit while his teammates set up for the play. Ball is in the hands of Sikitla, waits to see the man. Finds him inside. What a find! But he's unable to connect, as Tuto is unable to connect, but he will be going to the free throw line. Tuto Mukhozi is on the line for TUKS. Unfortunate on the first one, and that one bounces out. Doesn't collect on the second one, and he's going to have to look at that practice time as JACARANDA are trying, and they are able to get a long pass and able to collect 2 more points, and that closes the gap a little bit, sitting with a half margin at 8 to 4 points. Tyrese is like, you know what, I'm getting there and pulling up. Teammates are not ready to play, so let's get it going. He looks at it again, you know what, let me take it again, and he gets it to go. Like you said, it's like practice out in the building. It is TUKS' home, so they should be playing hard enough to prove that. Unfortunate inbound play. Offensive called on JACARANDA, so that gives the ball back over to TUKS. Shumelo with the inbound, baseline inbound. Sikita with the ball. He looks at his man, he lines him up, finds Tuto inside. Tuto to Matthew, Matthew with the long shot. Doesn't get it to go. Shumelo with the collect and clean up there. And he puts TUKS well into the double digits. Full court. Nothing falling there for Jonathan Tobejan, but they are able to collect that ball and they are back down the floor. And they're going to have to find some form of system or synergy into this game as they are not able to get to the rim. Matthew Williams making sure that that is not going to happen. Tyrese Walker finds Sikita on the line. He lines it up. He takes the shots. He gets that to go. And TUKS are on a roll at this point. Finding the shot. This is home court. The best way to give that advantage. 3-point taken. As JACARANDA are still trying to find their rhythm. Still trying to find those shots. TUKS are still on the offensive as Tuto gets his basket there. And it is a barrage of shots being made here by TUKS. And just to remind you, this is the Inclusion Cup. And a little background on what the Inclusion Cup, this is the 4th year running of the Inclusion Cup. The Inclusion Cup is brought to you by Sunnyside Basketball Club in collaboration with the UN, United Nations, HCR, which is the refugee program, and part of the Inclusion Cup is to bring about synergy and inclusion amongst both refugees and the local community of basketball. And the partnership that has obviously we've witnessed between the UNHCR and Sunnyside has brought us here to TUKS for the 4th year running, and it has proven and shown quite a tremendous effect in the nature of basketball, as well as the current status of how we look at, you know, such social development issues that are currently in our society. And a big thank you to both Sunnyside Basketball, UNHCR, as well as Basketball Sheriff, who I am here with, and I don't think I got a chance to introduce myself. My name is Dona Panyana, your host and your commentator for today, and I am here with the Basketball Sheriff as we bring you the Inclusion Cup games coming out of Pretoria, coming out of the JACARANDA city, as we see JACARANDA Basketball Club looking to find some momentum, looking to break through the TUKS, you know, boys, as they have done quite well at the beginning of this game, forcing JACARANDA to make those kind of turnovers because they haven't found a way to get through the TUKS defense. As you see some substitutions being made, those gentlemen definitely needing the break, well-deserved break, as like I said, the defense was unbelievable in that first bit of the game. As we wind down to the last couple of seconds, this is going to be the last shot taken by Allen. Doesn't get that one to fall. And just like that, it is the end of the first quarter. This is the semifinals between TUKS University and Jacaranda City Basketball Club. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a bit. And just like that, we are back with the second quarter of this game. And just to update you, the score is actually 21-7 in the first quarter. I think TUKS's full court man was so intense that we fell behind on the score margins. But we are back with it. And as you can see, we've got new faces on the floor, on both sides of the floor. But what a dynamic display of basketball as TUKS comes in. They move the ball from side to side, and yes, the shot didn't fall, but I think that was some great execution of the play themselves. Jacaranda still finding it difficult to get the ball inside as they make another turnover that will of course give the ball back to TUKS. And we're going to witness what the young bucks of TUKS are going to show us. And I think you see the difference in style and play in some of the younger gentlemen. It does still look like the TUKS ball, but on your screen there, Alan Mamecha, who so recently, it was last week, had his first South African call-up for the 5-on-5 national team as he played for Team Select at the NBA Academy game, which was at the BAL, of course, right here in the city of Pretoria. While he might have only got his first SA senior call-up, he also has made the 3x3 national team that will be going to Germany. Himself and Matthew Williams, of course, from the TUKS team, will be going out to Germany to represent South Africa in 3x3 at the World Student Games. TUKS's defense again have done the work, and they are in the front court. Spins around, gets stuck in between players. But he does get to walk away with a foul called there by referee Allen. So side ball. And the timeout has been called. And Jacaranda City are actually having to go this game alone They are going to be having player coaches in this scenario, and I think that as best as they can, you will see leaders stepping forward and having to take the role of coach today, as their coach unfortunately had commitments that he could not get himself out of. He was here for the round robin situation of the Inclusion Cup, but the guys are going to have to brave it themselves today. And of course, you've got Coach Tanda, who's leading the TUKS team, and as well as leading the 3x3 team that will be going to Germany. He's the team manager that was part of the selection process, as well as the trainings that have been going on for the USA 3x3 team. And yeah, if you are not at home and you are able to brave the cold, as some of our fans are in the crowd, they are out here to witness basketball, because any given day is a good day for basketball. Back into it, takes the three-point shot from the baseline corner, doesn't get that one to fall. Malachi Murupa there for TUKS. Allen is now feeding the ball inside, but he doesn't get the reverse layup. So Jacaranda down the floor. What I haven't seen them be able to do is connect the last pass on the fast break. They are able to get it to the mid-court but that connection with the hoop finally arrives for Jonathan Tobejan from the Jacaranda team. He also is a TUT player who has come out to represent Jacaranda City at the Inclusion Cup. Malachi takes the ball, he drives, but backs out again as Warona gets the ball, swings it over to Allen. Allen lines up, takes the shot, but it is a little wide. The save comes in from Jacaranda, but they put it right back into the hands of Allen, who is taking the shot again. What a rebound attempt there. Doesn't get that to go. Jonathan with the ball for Jacaranda. He loses it, unfortunately. What an intense display here. And we get the basket to go as Warona Malambe collects for TUKS. And it is a full court press once again. And TUKS have kept them in that backcourt. I mean, we are waiting for that 8-second call, but no call made. As Motusi was just about able to hold on to the ball for Jacaranda. Ball is back in the hands of Jonathan. Jonathan lines up, takes the shot, doesn't get it to fall. And it is a tough task for Jacaranda as they're trying to find the hoop. Clean up there. Clean up coming in from Tato Nzama for TUKS, and the intensity goes up, and he's tired of watching these point guards just dribble the ball around, and that's what they've actually been allowing to do with this zone defense, which is give the man time to make a decision, give the team time to make the play. Allen lines it up once again, just on the front of it, but Tuto is there for the cleanup. Tato Nzama. And I think Tata's big men have done a good job of being there for those missed shot cleanups, as TUKS' defense again converts to a 2-point basket for them. We have some substitutions happening on the floor, both sides of the floor. Timeout has been called by Jacaranda City. Of course, that would have been coming in from the players. And that will give us a little bit of a break as we see what they're going to be looking to do and how they're going to look to pull themselves together in this kind of situation. And I mean, I would implore the fact that they are players. They usually expect to have somebody who's going to guide them through these kind of situations, and to have to, at such a young age, pick that up yourself and make do with playing a team that is playing with structure, playing with intensity and home court advantage is going to definitely, I think, go towards building character in this instances. and we are back. Jacaranda moving the ball a lot more, as Jonathan got the 3-point shot up after a couple more passes than they've usually been able to get around. Jonathan inside, but he loses the ball off of his foot, and TUKS. And I think the frustrations are starting to get to the players, as Jonathan makes a non-ball, let's say, offense. And we're waiting to see what that call is going to be, and it is an unsportsmanlike call, as of course he went for the player and not the ball. That sends Malachi Moropa to the line for TUKS. Malachi makes good on his first of 2. Like again, we get to see what, how much practice or how much effort these boys have been putting in here. As he gets the second one to fall, it rolled around a little bit on the top, but he finally got that. And of course, with an unsportsmanlike foul, TUKS will retain possession after the 2 free throws attempted. Tyrese, we see Tyrese back on the floor, so he's running with a new set of guys with him, and we're going to witness what kind of difference he's making for the team as the leading and starting point guard. There they are, full court press. Jacaranda looking to get by. They almost don't, but they do in the end. Jonathan has the ball. He passes that back out to his teammate, Tebogo. Tebogo finds the man in the corner. Shot goes up, but doesn't get it to connect. The rebound is still in the Jacaranda hands. And I think they figured something out here today, as they are moving the ball around a bit more. No call gets made. He was expecting a foul call, but that opportunity sends Allen all the way to the rim, of course, to collect another 2 more points. It is a full court press. And they're trying to break out of it. They eventually do find the man in the corner. Jonathan dribbles it all the way to the top. Still trying to figure out how to break through this TUKS team to get to the rim. Shots haven't been falling. And I think as basketball players, if you've ever played at TUKS, you know what it takes to find the shot at TUKS. Unconventional backboards, of course, mean that you have got to take your time in figuring out how to make that basket fall through the hoop. Substitution. Tebogo comes on back to the bench for Jacaranda, as well as Malachi comes to the bench for TUKS. And Jacaranda able to get the ball in. They collect 2 more points for themselves, and I can see a couple of high fives going around on the team. And I think that they may have been frustrated, but they're trying to keep their heads in the game and get this game going. Allen definitely has gotten it going. He finds the break through the middle quite easily. But the full court press is really, really putting it to work. Jacaranda are struggling. Tyrese with the ball in the corner doesn't get it to go. Sikita is now at the top for TUKS. He's waiting for his team to make the right moves and plays. Woo! And that one there was put up by Thabo Masilela. Jonathan back with the ball for Jacaranda. He passes that out. And the intensity again is all the way up as he tries to get to the rim, but a run by basket by Thabo, a run by reach by Thabo, it does get called, so it was a foul called, and Jacaranda now have the ball on the sideline. Tuto Makhotsi is back on the floor for TUKS, a starter for them, and Alan Mamecha goes to the bench. Jacaranda moving the ball around. They have looked to find it in the hands of Jonathan. No call made there, though there was contact, but that is, I think it's a good thing to not always call all the contact. It gives us a little bit of leeway in understanding that this is a physical game and you've got to toughen up to play with the best of the best. Jacaranda trying to find the inbound. They get it inside. Shot goes up. Unable to connect. So TUKS have now got the ball. Tyrese is back down the floor. And Speedy Gonzalez finds Sikita under the rim, who's able to put it up but doesn't get that one to fall. And TUKS with that spearhead, 2 up front, 2-1 full court defense, which has worked very well against. And already it has forced a turnover as they push the trap and they push the man on the line. Tyrese steps up to the line, but a little short, so it doesn't go all the way, it doesn't hit the rim at all. As we witnessed the prowess of TUKS in that full court press of theirs. It is getting a little bit more intense, a little bit tougher with the physical contact. And Sikita is in the front court and he's able to collect 2 for TUKS. Jacaranda make it over the court, but unable to make the pass into the waiting player's hands. And the like I said, the intensity is going hard. Sikita is still on the floor, hasn't gotten up yet. And he seems to have gotten hits in the face on that one. But he's back up and he is on his way to the free throw line, so he will be on the line to collect 2 for the team, of which he's done very well to collect the 3 free throws that he's taken thus far. Good shot, very good looking shot on his first one. High arc, all net. Ooh, unlucky on the second. Gets fouled again. Got his own rebound, went back up for the rim, and he collects another trip to the free throw line. Orabile Sikita brings his tally up to 5 free throws made, 5 out of 6. Good collect and put back there by Tuto Makhotsi. Full court, they're still looking at the full court becomes successful. Defense leads to offense. Offense is moving the ball around. They put the ball on the 3-point line. Doesn't connect, but again, the big guys are there and give TUKS a second opportunity, which leads to a basket. And we have substitutions on the floor as we see some starters coming back into the game in the likes of Uhlumele Nonqebu and Matthew Williams. And there the full court goes again, and they're able to get over the line, but gets swatted out of the hands by Matthew. And we are breaking down to the last seconds of this second quarter, first half. And like we said, we are here at the TUKS University Remembrance Hall, and we are here for the Inclusion Cup as Coach Tanda calls a last seconds timeout for his gentlemen. Considering that Coach Tanda took this time out, I will be looking to see what his play is going to look like right now, and I do believe that they will have the ball on the baseline. And let's also look at what the TUKS gents are going to be pulling. They called execute on that last huddle there, so we're looking to see what and how they're going to execute. With 4 seconds on the clock, baseline screen happens, bottom screen happens, shooter gets the ball at the top, he's got 3 seconds to take the shot, and he gets that one to fall. Execution has been achieved, and that will send TUKS to the bench. Very happy at the end of this first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. What a first half it has been. TUKS steamrolling over Jacaranda City, and of course they need to find some rhythm, they need to find some togetherness, and just keep their heads up. Basketball, there always is going to be somebody who needs to be the underdog. First half score 48 to TUKS and 10 to Jacaranda City. I will be catching you in the next half. And we are back with the second half of this game between the TUKS University as well as Jacaranda Cougars, who are able to collect the first point in this half. As we see a little bit more intensity coming in from them, and it's a good look to see at this point in the game. They are down by a lot, but it does help to know that the gentlemen are going to keep playing, and they're going to keep playing to what the game of basketball requires of them. As good hands and a good read there comes in and tips the ball out of bounds. TUKS able to make the inbound the ball. There are some changes to the starters of this particular quarter, as we witness some of the starters from TUKS from the first half. We've got a change of Allen is now on the floor for them. Coach Tanda just giving Tyrese some direction. Tuto makes his first free throw. Doesn't get the second one, but Matthew's able to get the ball back in the hands of Tyrese. Allen takes the shot, but it is a very long shot. But Jacaranda unable to retain the ball, so they lose that, and it's back in the hands of TUKS. A very easy inbound that goes straight to Tuto's hand. He's not able to connect on that, and Jacaranda are back almost down the floor. But they unfortunately pass it into the hands of TUKS, which converts 2 more points for TUKS. And let's see what these gentlemen are able to bring together. The ball is moving, and they're mostly looking for a way to break into the TUKS' key, but they're unable to make good with the shot. As Tumelo goes all the way, unable to connect. It is still TUKS ball. And another very easy inbound, but they lose that over the baseline as it was so easy it got past all of them. Just another shout out to the partners and the sponsors, and as well as Sunnyside Basketball, who have brought us all here today for the Inclusion Cup, which is in its 4th year of running. We are at the TUKS University's Remembrance Hall, which is of course on campus at the Sports Center. And why we are here is of course for the awareness, social awareness and social development and social cohesion that is brought to you by the UNHCR, United Nations Refugee Relief and Awareness, Social Awareness. TUKS back with the ball. And they've got the leisure of dribbling the ball up top and making very astute decisions, considering the fact that they get to, there's no pressure on defense, and Tyrese makes easy money with that 3-pointer there. Of course, like I said, Tumelo just dribbles it up. Great block comes in there from the Jacaranda guys. Ball movement, but back into the hands of Jacaranda. He's able to get by, but defense is already on top of them. Shumelo has his hand up and he's just like, yes, that was on me. Timeout has been called, and that has been called by the Jacaranda Cougars. And that will send everybody, of course, to the bench as we have a look at what and how these guys are going to play into the rest of this quarter. Back at it. Out of the timeout, of course, we're seeing Jacaranda trying to play the ball in. And again, Shumelo has got hands all over the place, as that's the second tip of the ball that he is able to push over the line for TUKS, which keeps the ball, yes, in Jacaranda's hands, but they aren't able to actually break into the game. Finally able to get a shot up. And it's a scramble on the floor for the ball. And that's the full jump. And screens and wraparounds and runarounds are happening as the guys are trying to get open, but time delay unfortunately did occur. Able to get through it. Jonathan has the ball, takes the shot, 3-point shot, but doesn't get anything. Tyrese walks away with a very long pass, and it goes all the way down for Shumelo. Great connection between the two of them there. And Jacaranda sees himself with the lane open. Doesn't get that to go. Tyrese back down the floor. Hands of Matthew Williams. And he gets fouled, so he will be going to the field. Matthew Williams, of course, the second 3x3 teammate who is going to the World Student Games to Germany, who will obviously also be representing South Africa in 3x3 alongside his teammate Alan. Takes his first shot, makes that, good to go. Unfortunate on the second one, but it is still in the hands of TUKS as Malachi made good on the rebound. And the point guard is casually dribbling the ball around, finding Matthew inside, swings it right back out. It's in the baseline corner. Back into the hands of Malachi, who is cooking. He makes good on that one, collects 3 more points for TUKS. And the Cougars are moving the ball around, looking to find, like I've tried to see, they break into the key, fades away, but doesn't get the ball to fall for himself on that one. Swings ball. Sikitra pulls up the shot and he makes that to go. I mean, I was still kind of evaluating how this is going to play out, and if I can say anything is that TUKS has an easier opportunity at passing the ball around and finding those kind of shots, whereas the Cougars have a difficult time on the opposite side, making the connection amongst themselves and getting the ball to where they want to see themselves. Ball almost lost, but in the hands of Jacaranda, and he is attempting to go all the way. He does get that all the way to the other side. It is Motusi Malela for the Jacaranda Cougars. Ball has gone inside a few times for TUKS, but unable to connect as he loses it the second time. Jonathan with the ball for Jacaranda. Swings it over. Almost losing it over that sideline. Jonathan now looks to do this by himself, takes the shot but doesn't get it to go. Great positioning in that rebound allows for the player to, unfortunately, not able to connect. So they are like we've witnessed, the non-pressure that allows for the point guard to stand at the top and give direction on what to do, how to do it, and this is what Jacaranda have presented to TUKS, which of course allows TUKS's offense to run a lot more smoother than they have had, while they have to try and clog down the key. But how do you clog down the key on guys who can shoot and get inside? And a timeout has been called by Coach Tanda, so there will be TUKS timeout. And we are back. It is the third quarter still, and we're just coming out of the timeout taken by TUKS, so we want to see what coach has drawn up for his boys. And a lot more driving, and he drives all the way, and he gets that one to go. That is Warona Malambi for TUKS. As Jonathan is trying to get by the man, but he swings that around. Shot gets taken from the outside. And the long pass into the front court, but no connection there between the two TUKS players. It was a good look, but nothing goes for that one. Pressure, and the defense has changed a little bit for TUKS. And Sikitla with a shot from the corner, and he is good to go. Well taken shot. Shooters will shoot, and if you know the TUKS team, Sikitla is a dangerous man in that regard. Defense intensifies, of course, all the way up to the top. Almost got away with it, but unfortunately that ball did hit his feet, so the football does get called, and Jacaranda, of course, have an opportunity. Again, they stay in the front court. He drives, but Sikitla with good hands, and he just taps it right out of his hands. Sends his player in the opposite direction. Stops, pulls up, doesn't get it to go. And it is a scramble as we're trying to find the basket, but nothing is going. And unfortunately, they have an empty trip to the line as TUKS are right back down the floor, and they are aggressing. They haven't stopped. They haven't taken the foot off the gas, not once. And the ball a little loosely being exchanged around. And unfortunately, the Jacaranda guys not taking the best opportunities when they have the numbers on their side on that last offensive play. Last couple of seconds, and Sikitla takes a very, very long-range shot, but doesn't get that one to fall. And that is the end of the third quarter. TUKS are sitting on 65, and Jacaranda Cougars are sitting on 16. And we are back, and this is the fourth and final installment of this semi-final matchup between the TUKS University basketball as well as the JACARANDA Cougars basketball club. And of course, whoever wins here, well, by the margin of the game, TUKS will be winning. But they will be facing off in the team that is set to win the game on the other side of the court. So if you've seen any of the sideline action happening from the other side, the two winners of these two games will be facing out in the final later on today. And of course, you can catch that live on the Basketball Sheriff YouTube page. And we are at Remembrance Hall in TUKS University in the city of Pretoria. And like the city of Pretoria is often called, which is Jacaranda, we have Jacaranda Basketball Club, the Cougars. And of course, shout out to Coach Lucas, who couldn't be here with his boys, but is watching the game. And as we see, of course, the last quarter of this game and how it's going to break down, I do hope to see Jacaranda pulling up a little bit, doing a bit more to play together, because during the between quarter break, that was one of the chats that they had, a strong conversation coming in from their number 7, who mentioned the fact that they are leaving each other alone too much and not playing for each other, with each other, and obviously playing the kind of basketball that they know themselves to be able to play. So we're going to be seeing how well that conversation and how well that has gone as a directive coming from players amongst players. While TUKS on the other side, of course, have Coach Tanda, who's kept well in control of his team. They've played a brilliant game, and it's always great, when you get to play and it looks easy, but it's going to get tougher as we go along today, and I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in the finals later. But I do think Jacaranda Cougars still have their head in the game as they deny access to the rim on that particular attempt by TUKS. And just like that, unfortunately losing the ball, and I think that came from sharing too much. No call being made, and that got swatted out into the stands. Great play and defensive stop, and I think that they've taken this beating to the chest, and they definitely are going to be putting something together in this last quarter, and it's looking a little better for the Jacaranda Cougars already. As Motoso has the ball for the Cougars. Swings it around to Jonathan, who takes the shot, but doesn't get it to fall. Some subs happen, not even some subs, a full 5 sub happening on the floor for the TUKS side. Jacaranda losing the ball. No, he's actually able to save it. So now number 5 goes away, and he's able to get the ball to fall for the Cougars. Tyrese back on the floor for TUKS. He's the steady point guard, of course. Matthew Williams takes the shot from up top, but he doesn't get that to fall. As the second chance opportunities are in favor of TUKS, but they don't connect with the rim. And it is the Cougars' ball, and they're back down the floor as Motuso has the ball. He's bringing it up for his boys. Just about able to keep that one alive, but he has to work around Matthew, who is not giving up any kind of space. Spin drive, gets that one to go, and that was an amazing play by Mutusi. But Shumelo now has the ball for TUKS. The ball has been passed over. Tyrese has it. Goes around with Matthew. He was looking to pick and roll with Matthew, but it is luckily in the hands of Shumelo, who able to recover and get the ball for those 2 points there for TUKS. And it is that full court press against coming in from TUKS. And Cougars need to get over the line, and they just about do. But unluckily pass the ball all the way out on the baseline. TUKS are having to inbound the ball, re-inbound the ball, as substitutions were just happening on the other side of the floor. And as we can see now, we're back onto the full front court side of the TUKS offense. Alan Mameja takes the shot from outside, but he's not able to get that to fall. Tyrese with a cleanup, and he collects 2 more points for TUKS. And of course, the scoreline is one of impression. And the hustle is still there between these guys, as that jump ball is in the favor of TUKS, so they gain advantage with that tussle. Matthew with the ball, almost losing it, as quite a few hands got involved there from the Cougars. And I like the intensity now. He's pushed that man all the way back to the halfway line, and that's something that's been missing in this game so far. I mean, TUKS has had a lot of time to dribble around at the top and make very clear decisions and passes. And I think with that amount of defense that just came in just now, almost immediately the effect is visible as TUKS lose the ball. But the full court press, they're still unable to break out of that. Matthew has been fouled, so he's going to the charity line. And I think Motosi Malela, a notable, I think, leader on this Jacaranda Cougars team. I've listened to him speak throughout this game, and he's done quite a bit to pull the team together to thus far. Matthew collects his first free throw. And he makes that 2 of 2 on the charity line. And it is a full court press. They're still trying to dribble out of it. They make it over the line. It is now unlucky attempt to get it over the line to the 2 guys who had been waiting underneath. Motoso there. He knows. And now we've got a bit more pressure on that point guard who's dribbling the ball up atop. And the unfortunate is that Alan is not the point guard of this team, and that kind of pressure has clearly shown itself. And Tyrese, where was the point guard? He was in the baseline corner, and he was waiting for that, and he gets those 3 points to go. And defense pays the bills, ladies and gentlemen. Tlumelo with 2 more points for TUKS. Jacaranda fighting hard to get this ball, and he's unable to. No calls, no fouls, but gents were on the floor. And TUKS are on this offense, which is led by Allen at this point, who's driving. Tlumelo goes up but doesn't get that to go. Tuto with the ball. Nothing for him either. As you see Allen going all the way to the baseline to go pick up his teammates. And it is an intense affair. A very intense affair as Allen jams it down in the front court. Jacaranda in the front court, unable to connect. And it is a 5-out, 5-in substitution for TUKS. And a timeout is called by Jacaranda Cougars. And I think that, of course, they're just looking for that last little bit of composure of this game, just to bring themselves together and then wrap it up. Shot taken, unfortunately doesn't connect for JACARANDA, and they're back down the floor. Sikitla takes that shot and that doesn't fall, as Mutusu in the front court goes all the way. Unfortunately, just a little too hard. And like I said, hey, this is TUKS University. You gotta adjust to the backboard. You've got to adjust to the hoop and the courts, and of course, give yourself that time to make it look good. And it's unfortunate that they're playing against a team that lives here, that trains here every single day. So they've made those adjustments, you know, in their everyday schedule. But JACARANDA Cougars have had a tough time connecting with the hoop. But I would commend them on the intensity and the continued play of the game, regardless of the scoreline. And you can see they collect the rebound. They're back down the floor. Mutusu has the ball. Tried to dribble through two guys, but luckily he's able to keep it. And they are in the offensive half. They just about get it. He goes all the way. Unfortunately, doesn't fall for him. And the ball moves. Sikitla steps, takes two. Nothing for him. But Tato is there for the cleanup. And he does well. Rebound and collect, and it is that full court press again that has brought the fire, or well, it's definitely brought the margin to the scoreline for TUKS in that advantage. And the passing is a problem, and it has been the biggest problem for the Cougars up against TUKS. They've been trying to pass it, you know, through them, and unfortunately that is not the way that physics works or the ball, so it's got to go around the man. And the best thing that TUKS have done for themselves in this full court press is just keeping their hands up, keeping their bodies in front of the man, and it has paid off for them. And the inbound, Mutusu with it. He's able to get it out into the hands, but good hands by Tato. Sikitla finds him under the rim. What a pass, and the connection is alive. As I don't know if you guys can hear, but TUKS are definitely in high spirits with this kind of win, and the intensity coming in from every lineup, every player who's on the floor. They have not taken their foot off the brakes. And back in the hands of TUKS. Sikitla drives, dishes it out to the corner to Malachi. Malachi sends it over to Tabo. Tabo takes the shot, but he's not able to connect. And the ball, immediately, Malachi was there for defense, so he's able to get it. And they're in the front court. They've broken out of the press, but unable to connect with the basket for themselves, just to reward themselves of getting out of that press. But Tsikitla and Cougars are back down the floor. Let them connect. Unable to get anything. Number 13, and he's able to be there. He's able, Kutlwano, to get those points for the Cougars. And I do believe that Tsikitla or TUKS have made the decision to dribble the ball. And that is the end of the game. It has been something to witness, and I think a lot of notes can be taken from how this game is played out and what can be done. But again, guys, these are social inclusion games that have brought us here together, and of course brought to you by UNHCR as well as Sunnyside Basketball. My name is Duna Panyana. It has been a pleasure. I will catch you in the next games, which are all finals of this matchup and this tournament, and proudly brought to you by Basketball Sheriff. I'll catch you on the next one.